Hello everyone, I am Manimegalai from Faculty of Management, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus. Today we are going to discuss about dynamic pricing. So, explore the economic behind the fluctuating pricing in Uber and Airlines, revealing the strategies and implication of dynamic pricing. Have you booked Uber or Ola in the heavy rain season? Otherwise, peak hours, because at the time the rate is doubled. Okay, and also sometime you are booking airline tickets, you are refreshing the page, immediately you will see the changes in price. The reason is it is not a random pricing. This comes under the dynamic pricing. So now we are going to discuss about what do you mean by dynamic pricing. Introduction to dynamic pricing. So the dynamic pricing is a strategic approach where prices fluctuated in real time based on various factors such as demand, supply, market condition. This method is not arbitrary. It is a calculated economic strategy extensively utilized by digital platforms like ride-hailing services and airlines to optimize pricing and maximize revenue. Not limited to this industry, hotel industries, food delivery industries, everything comes under this category. Next, so what do you mean by dynamic pricing? How it is fixed? The definition of dynamic pricing. So the dynamic pricing is a strategy where prices fluctuate in real time, influenced by demand factors, supply factors and also market condition. This flexibility is achieved through advanced algorithm and data analysis. So allowing business to adjust prices automatically. So market responses. Normally you see the heavy rainy season, the drivers is limited but booking is high. That is the reason the prices also increases. So when demand adjusts while supply remains constant or decreases, prices are increased to balance the market dynamics. Conversely, if demand decreases, the price is lowered. Okay, so the demand decreases automatically, the prices are lowered to attract more customer and stimulate the sales. Application of dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is extensively implemented across various sectors, including ride-hailing services like Uber and Ola, airlines for ticket sales, hotels, adjusting room rates, e-commerce platforms, and online food delivery services, thus enhancing operational efficiency through the dynamic pricing strategy. So the economic logic behind such pricing of dynamic. Demand supply interaction. So dynamic pricing is rooted in microeconomic principles. The microeconomic principles mostly giving more preference to the demand and supply because price is fixed based on the market equilibrium. So how the market equilibrium is determined? Where the demand intersects the supply curve, that point is called the market equilibrium point. So based on that only each and every company fixing the price. So here that economic principles applied in the dynamic pricing concept, particularly the interaction between demand and supply. So when demand increases while supply decreases, prices naturally rise to balance the market. For example, during heavy rain, there might be fewer available drivers on platforms like Uber, Ola, leading to increased fares as demand exceeds the supply. So the price acts as a signal. Higher prices serve as signal in the marketplace, providing incentives for additional suppliers to enter the market and helping to reduce excess demand through the increasing in pricing. For example, when Uber fares increase due to such pricing, more drivers are likely to log in and to meet the heightened demand, stabilizing the fare prices. Revenue maximization is an important objective of each and every industry's Firms utilize dynamic pricing to maximize revenue, strategically setting prices not merely based on demand levels, but on optimizing overall revenue generation. This approach allows businesses to efficiently allocate resources and manage customer expectations, ensuring sustainability even in fluctuating the market. Understanding price elasticity. What is price elasticity of demand? How it is influencing the dynamic pricing strategy? Price elasticity of demand quantifies how the quantity demanded of a good responds to a change in price. It is calculated the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price. Understanding this concept is crucial for firms supplementing dynamic pricing strategies, because any changes in the price, it is immediately reflected in the quantity demand. That is comes under the elastic and inelastic category. Now we discuss the characteristics of elasticity of demand. Characteristics of elastic demand. So elastic demand indicates that consumers are sensitive to price changes. A small increase in price leads to significant decrease in quantity demanded. So companies therefore tend to avoid large hikes in such scenarios to maintain sales value. Characteristics of inelastic demand. Inelastic demand reveals that consumers are less sensitive to price changes. Price can rise without a substantial increase in quantity demanded. This often occurs in situations where there are a few substitutes available, such as essential goods, salt, matchboxes. These are the categories comes under the inelastic demand. Sometimes additives item, alcohol, everything also comes under cigarettes, comes under inelastic demand. So we previously discussed elastic versus inelastic demand and examples. Next we move on to the peak load pricing. Peak load pricing is a form of dynamic pricing that specially targets periods of high demand, ensuring that resources are allocated efficiently by charging higher prices during the peak times. Firms can manage demand effectively, maximizing their profitability while making better use of their resources with the peak hours. Algorithmic decision making in pricing. So modern dynamic pricing leverages advanced algorithms and extensive data set to make pricing decision by analyzing various factors such as time booking, location, demand supply ratios, weather conditions, traffic patterns, user behavior and historical booking data. Pricing can be adjusted in real time to optimize revenue and respond to fluctuation in demand. So we elaborately discuss about dynamic pricing with the help of Uber and Airlines and some other real-time examples. Now we have to practicing quiz related to this concept. Just you can click this link, you will get that playground quiz. So you can practice it. Whenever you are seeing this video, at the time you can play this quiz. You can play now.